So, Paul, since we act as the third party administrator for these plans, we get a lot of questions of, where is my investment account set up or where do I send the contribution funds? So, we have a lot of clients who particularly use Vanguard. So, can you talk a little bit more about their process and what you see with their plans?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's an important distinction. People come to us or people might look online and they might say, hey, I like Vanguard. I want to do a defined benefit plan with Vanguard, okay? Or cash balance plan with Vanguard. And what you'll find is that if you reach out to Vanguard directly and you say, hey, I want to set one of these plans up, want to understand your fees and everything like that, you're typically going to get the 20-year-old kid on the phone that doesn't really know how the plans work. They're used to doing IRAs or SEPs or whatnot. So you're generally anywhere, and I just froze there. So I'm going to take a step back. So if you call Vanguard and you talk to them a little bit about a plan, you say, hey, I want to set up a cash balance plan or defined benefit plan. You're often going to get, a 20-year-old kid that maybe sets up IRAs, 401ks, SEPs, doesn't really know a lot about these plans. They're not going to give you a lot of information. And what you'll find is that they don't have, as far as I'm aware, they don't have any structure in place for a small business owner. So if you've got up to 10 employees, you're not going to get anywhere with Vanguard. In fact, they do have their own actuaries, but if you've got like 1,000 employees or something like that, they will gladly set up a plan and work with you. But for the small 1 to 10 employee company, not going to work. Vanguard has an operation. We're in the Phoenix area. They have an operation in Scottsdale, and they've actually referred business to us from time to time because they stumble across clients that they just can't help out. So we've got a little bit of a relationship with them. So the first distinction is they don't have an actual defined benefit plan or cash balance plan product for a small business owner, as far as I'm aware. Certainly, if you come across a plan, you're welcome to leave it in the comment section if you see a plan design that they've got. Now, from an investment standpoint, we work with Vanguard a lot. In fact, you can take an Emparion plan and put it on the Vanguard platform very, very easily. And we do that all the time. Vanguard always had a reputation for being kind of a low cost, low investment, fund fee provider. I think that was always the case, 5-10 years ago. Nowadays, I think Fidelity and Schwab are making a lot better inroads in that area. But needless to say, if you work with Vanguard, they have an online portal where you can typically set up the plan either yourself or with someone assisting you and have it set up very quickly. They're not going to charge you any fees for this. Sometimes people say, well, what are the fees that Vanguard charges? They make a little bit off your investments. So they're not charging you extra fees because we're the ones that are doing all the administration. But moral of the story is if you work with Vanguard, great provider to work with. We like their investment platform. We set up 100 plans a year, give or take, with Vanguard specifically. It's just if you reach out to them and specifically want a plan, I don't think they're going to be any help, So I'm guessing, that makes sense. Or I'm guessing you kind of get some of these same similar, questions and things like that from people, Zach, when you discuss with them up front.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll even get some clients who want to preactively try to set up the plan. So they'll call Vanguard, and say they want to set up the plan. And then eventually Vanguard will just say, well, you need a third-party administrator. That's going to help administer the plan. So from there, that's where we come into play. We'll set up the plan documents, create the plan, and then from there, you can set up the investment account with Vanguard. So it's kind of a, two-step process instead of the client going directly to set up the investment account themselves.
Yeah, correct. And the good thing, at least when you set up a plan with us, is we're going to give you a little bit more hand-holding on the plan design, on the structuring. Mm-hmm. Also, if you set up your investment account with Vanguard, and let's say you didn't like Vanguard, you changed your mind 5 years from now, you want to go with Schwab or Fidelity or someone else. If you've got a Vanguard, if you had a plan with Vanguard, you'd be captive to them. You couldn't do that, generally speaking, right? So our plans are going to be portable. You can take them to any investment provider. But again, moral of the story is we work a lot with Vanguard all the time, and we help clients set up plans on their platform, and it tends to work very well. So hopefully that kind of summed it up for you.